Alright, welcome back to Hell Mode, Anime Review, episode number 8. Well, we're here at the end of season 1 for the show. Episode 12, the final episode of season 1, The Escape. Yeah, this simply put it this. Alan and Cecil, well, Alan pretty much picks up Cecil after knocking around the guys that basically are captors. They jump out of the ship, and he lands around like, ow. Yeah, he crushes the ground a little bit, and he runs quite a while. They do stop for the night at some place to do camping. Of course, he sets some guards up. And then, of course, he takes them town, which then they have to leave right away because the guy, basically the guy who's leader of the kidnappers, which Alan refers was suntan guy, which he didn't like that very much. And pretty much basically, like, they proceed to run away. Well, basically, they run to an area where Alan runs into Murder Goth, which he mentioned. Oh yeah, I haven't fought this thing in 3 years. Well, actually, it was back in episode 6. He fought this damn thing. 6, 7. I think it was 7. I think it was. So he fights it and defeats it, and then of course the guy shows up, and the guy like wipes the floor with Alan for quite a while until the captain of Cecil's guard shows up, and they have a really good fight. By the way, it's pointed out though that this the guy for his sometime guy, he apparently abandoned his duty after 1 year. And bring the whole Noah duty thing, and then of course basically after he is defeated by a giant slice that slices the ground, of course the guy is sliced in half. Sees of course welcome home. I'm presuming that Alan's wounds were healed off screen, so Alan is basically given, well, they take into account Viscount no problem. They take on the other guy no problem, but they take on the Royal Messenger too because he was going to take as well. But took a bribe to the king, and of course the guy got arrested. And of course, everybody in the whole conspiracy, and of course the Baron has made basic account over this. So, and of course, where Alan and Cecil give a lecture on noble's duty, which they're allowed to attend. Basically, they give kind of true history of the world, where like apparently like everyone assumes the fighting of this other empire, which apparently been at peace for a long time. They're not their enemy. This demon lord, one is the demon lord of the end. He basically is like, did everybody serve him? Everybody says no, and chunks away. Basically, the continent basically was conquered. And, oh yeah, this is basically the realm where it's like a series of continents all close to each other. These giant islands, and this tiny country over here that they highlight, that's actually the country they're in, and the one above them, that's a whole empire. Which reminds me of a lot of what happened in the Praise anime that's coming out. I think season 3 is supposed to come out, I think, later this year. I believe so. So, they face off against, of course, some demons. Well, actually, there's a hero who basically is holding off since he was 15 years old. So, he's been holding off for his past 7 years. So, basically, he is opposed by the Viscount, the Count now, where Alan is basically tasked being Cecil's bodyguard. So he resigns his post as the huntsman, and of course, basically it's a dagger which has some more, so he can still use it to go any place he needs to, and has sort of basically like a little fun setup. And well, overall, basically we wrap this up in a nice little bow. And next season is going to be the Academy arc, which is going to be quite interesting to say the least. Overall, this has been a fantastic series so far. I have really enjoyed watching this anime, and it's nice to watch an anime where you have Lucy Christian basically voicing the lead character. Yeah, not the first one, but won't be the last one. And can you believe basically this was all on my review schedule very briefly? If you're curious, when did this join my review schedule? Well, it was after the first 8 episodes. Like, I've only been reviewing this for the past almost month, and we're done. I kind of predicted this. Actually, it was back in episode 9 when Mercury showed up. My mistake. So, I kind of predicted that this wouldn't take me, this one my review schedule very long, and that proved to be correct on that part. So, with this finished up, my reviews schedule is yeah, basically, well, also from a high dive, now reducing from 3 down to 2. which, by the way, the next thing I'm watching is going to be Chain Soldier. That's up next week. Fiber Lad, that will wrap up for a little while, but that will stay for a little bit. So, but as of right now, basically Chain Soldier is next to wrap up, but that'll wrap up next week. Yep. Next week. Wow. As for next month, one of the Anime Review Saturday, that'll wrap you up. But, yeah, pretty much basically for next month, we have The Strongest Jobs of Hero or Sage, but Praise Original. That wraps up in about 3 weeks. About a month from now, basically toward the end of next month, is when we have 3 anime wrap up in the span of 1 week. Yeah, and that will be Witch Adler, Dr. Stone. Yeah, those 2 wrap up, and then the following week, basically, at the start of July, basically beginning after the end, which that will be coming back to Wednesdays next week. That wrapping up at the start of July, All Reborn's in the Machine. And I think the Farm Life No will wrap up too. But July I have like officially 1 anime confirmed coming out at the start of July that we have release date. I probably should put the release dates for these ones. But July's going to be really busy, just like basically April was. Yep, so yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, to notifications. Next up is Chain Soldier, okay? Bye.